Hello everyone and welcome back to English with Malik. Today's video lesson is also about the continuation that we are having for having mastery or perfection over English language within 3 months, that is 90 days. In our today's lesson, we'll talk about our key three. Our key three is build vocabulary. Words are building blocks of the language. If your vocab is good, definitely you will have a lot of opportunity to use them, and it will create a certain impact on your listener and your reader if you are speaking or if you're writing. So what to do? How to build good vocabulary? Well, the very first thing is read widely. You have to read widely, and by reading widely mean reading anything like newspapers or articles or blogs or magazines, things that interest you. It could be the books that you are studying in your proper and formal studies. So when you read widely, you will come across a lot of words, a lot of new words. Okay, so when you come across these new words, what do you do with them? Well, you keep a notebook with you. You keep a notebook and then you write down these new words. If, for example, you come across a new word, a word like, for example, stupendous. The word is stupendous. This word has come into your reading. Now, what do you do? First of all, you find out its meaning, or you find out its synonym. So we say that stupendous is big, really big. So you write a few synonyms of it. For example, you say big or giant or enormous, something like that. So in your notebook, you write down the word, then you write down its parts of speech, you write down its meaning or synonym. Sometimes the meaning is a bit long, maybe a sentence or two. So to save some time, it's good to write the synonyms and write an antonym. Write as an example sentence. For example, you say that eradicating poverty from the world is a stupendous task. Okay, it is a very big task. So you write a sentence that dealing with drug abuse is a stupendous problem for a lot of countries. Or you say that keeping democracy in a country is a stupendous issue for a lot of countries. So when you keep a notebook, what you do, you write the word, you write its synonym or antonym, you write its parts of speech, you write an example sentence. An example sentence, one that is given maybe in the dictionary or in an online help that you get, or a sentence that you write on your own. The sentence that you write on your own will be better than the sentence that is in the dictionary. Then you learn and use word families. You don't learn a word individually, but you learn a word with its whole family. A single word has it could be used as a noun or a verb or as an adjective or as an adverb. Like, for example, happy, happiness, happily. Okay, these are the words that are kind of interconnected as a single word. Okay, you say like I am happy, happiness is good for our lives, and we live happily. So one is an adjective, happy, one is a noun, happiness, and the third is adverb, which is happily. So learn new words in such a way as well. They can help you remember them easily, and then it will be really difficult then to forget them. Make flashcards. You have a word with you, so you make a card. It can be on a small paper, could be a size of maybe 6 inch and then 6 by 3 inch in size, or a card that you can keep in your pocket easily. So on a flashcard, write down the word on one side, and at the back, write down its parts of speech, its meaning or synonym, and its sentence, and keep these flashcards with you. Whenever you have some time, review them. Generally we say that, for example, if you are learning 5 or 10 words daily, then at the end of the day, before you go to sleep, take out these flashcards, review them, and then you can go to sleep. Then play word games. There are a lot of word games like crossword puzzles or word searchers or Scrabble. These word games also help you learn new words, retain them, recall them. Because a lot of students complain that, okay, I learn a lot of new words and memorize them, but then I forget very easily. So, to retain those words in our memory, it is important to get involved with the words. And of course, these word games are a wonderful way through which we can get involved. Like when you play crossword puzzle, you think of a word, and try to put that word into a particular situation. And then you have to think a lot, recall a lot, have a wonderful vocabulary. When you're playing Scrabble is all about making, how many points are you making. So if you make words which are uncommon, your score will go up. And if you are making words which are very common, the score remains, very low or on average. The last thing is watch and listen with subtitles. If you're watching a movie or a documentary program or a discussion or even a dialogue, if you are listening and watching, try to use the subtitle. There you will find a lot of new words as well. When, for example, if you are listening to a live discussion on some economical problem or on some social problem, then the experts will use a lot of new words that you do not know. So if you listen and you don't understand, it's good to have subtitle, and through subtitle, then you can pause and you can, pause on a word, write down that word into your notebook, try to find out its meaning, its synonym, and then you try to utilize that word into your language. Well, on the whole, having a good vocabulary by reading widely, by keeping a notebook, by learning and using word families, by playing, word games, using flashcards, or maybe listening and watching with subtitle. All of these things should be done on a continuous basis. It's not a matter of a day or two. Having a good vocabulary is a matter of, a lot of efforts and a lot of time. Every day you have to work on your vocabulary. And the most important thing is to utilize whatever the words you have learned, utilize them in your speaking or in your writing, so that the words will be repeated over and over and they will become part of your long-term memory. Well, this is it for today. I hope this has helped. Please keep practicing, keep learning, keep using these keys. I'm sure that if you follow them properly, you will really learn English within that specific time. I'll come back with key 4. Until then, see you.